Hello everyone, friends. A fresh review of Bitcoin. Well, we are starting a new work week, and it actually began yesterday because Bitcoin, well, if this isn't a get candle, then what is a get candle? So here's the short situation. We had a local low set for BTC around $78,000. Yesterday, with a simple flick of the wrist, we moved the mark up by 20%. What's that? 20% for Bitcoin? Well, how to put it? So you understand, what is it? A 20% increase in Bitcoin, which naturally dragged the altcoins along, is an additional $300 billion in capitalization in just a couple of hours. That's roughly what happened with us. Now, naturally, many are afraid. I see many starting to short, thinking it's some kind of small pullback. Many, on the contrary, are jumping into longs because, essentially, Trump said that now there are crypto reserves and so on. In short, let's sort everything out step by step. Let's figure it out. Let's move on to the charts. Be sure to like this video. Also, my dear friends, I strongly advise you to subscribe to my Telegram channel so you don't miss any updates or important information. Join and subscribe right now. At the same time, please familiarize yourself with the important data that will be released this week to understand where the volatility is. On Friday, pay attention, we have Powell monetary policy. In short, let's go. The link to the Telegram channel is below the video. Here is my Telegram channel, Falcon Investors. Join us. Let's now talk about BTC. A few key points. Let me remind you to form a more complete picture in your mind. So, the level of $92,000 was crucial for us. And I mentioned several times that if we go below this level, our structure will break. And in order to the trend not to be broken, we needed to return above this level within 2-3 days, so to speak, or even better. Like this, return above this level and consolidate back. Otherwise, I expected a drop. The drop happened, so we had several levels for the drop. The first is accordingly. This yellow line, the second level, is the 200-day moving average, and the third level is actually, well, there's quite a wide zone here from $74,000 to the upper boundary of 76. We almost reached this zone, nevertheless. We covered two levels, so now we return once more. I mentioned that the fear in the market is at an incredibly high level. It was 10 on the Fear and Greed Index, now it's 33. And my opinion was that it seems foolish to sell at a time when there is such extreme fear in the market, and one should buy. In fact, I was buying openly, and I think for the first time in a very long time I even posted something on Telegram. I published screenshots of my orders being filled, so overall it was quite transparent. My approach was that generally, when we are dropping, yes, it's scary, yes, we might go lower, but it seems like we should buy. I was buying. I only regret that I bought too little. Why? I'll explain later, because there's a chance that we kind of, okay, I'll explain a bit later. Accordingly, we took several levels, but didn't reach. That is, the most interesting zone for us would have been just unreal, an interesting zone. This is the zone that starts at $74,000. Right here, that is everything below. This would have been a zone of unreal deliciousness where you could fill your bags, in my opinion, well, conditionally, without risk, because even going lower wouldn't really affect anything significantly. The average would still turn out very good. Yes, you could enter here just a little short of. We bounced higher. Let's now understand what caused us to bounce higher and further. Actually, let's try to forecast the future setups and expectations for Bitcoin with you. Let's now talk about what Donald Trump threw at us yesterday. An important and interesting 20% increase on the black market, plus a small traditional reminder for you guys, if you trade, always trade on a quality exchange. For me, bybit exchange has been a reliable partner for many years. Therefore, if you don't have an account, I strongly recommend registering and trying it out using my link and promo code. Under this video, you'll find the most favorable commission conditions and up to $30,000 in bonuses. Jump in with your first deposit. Plus, I remind you that for everyone trading through my referral link, we have a powerful trading community available, which we have been developing for several years. This includes a trading chat with 10,000 traders free from spam and clutter, where they share their setups and trading positions. Be sure to join and learn. A channel with trading probabilities from my team, a knowledge base, and 2 levels of training. All of this is available absolutely free via the first link under the video. Make sure to jump in. Now, let's get to the news. So, what about Donald Trump yesterday? So, when I saw the news about what Trump wrote regarding crypto and reserves, and then I even want to open this news for a second. Where is the news? Here I think, bam, Twitter. I actually jump into Twitter, open Donald Trump's Twitter. You'll understand why I'm saying this in a moment. On Donald Trump's Twitter, as they say, there's nothing, absolutely nothing. I think, where did this whole story come from? And I realize that it's from Truth. Truth is this new kind of thing. Truthful voice of America. So it's exactly there. Donald Trump wrote yesterday that, folks, the crypto reserves will be established. Yes, it's a critically important thing over the coming years. Essentially, it will protect us from the corrupt attacks that were created, in fact, by Biden and his administration. From the type essentially my important mission is to accomplish. Now, as the president has set up a working group whose goal will be to oversee all these crypto strategies, including XRP, Solana and ADA, yes, essentially Ripple, Solana, Cardano. What's very interesting is that there's not a word about BTC and ETH here, yes, and accordingly these assets were the first to show quite significant growth. Then, naturally in the next post he wrote that yes, naturally BTC and ETH will also be included because I love them. But, I have a big question. So, against the backdrop of all this, guys, we are experiencing a huge pump. At the moment, it was absolutely spectacular. Alts were soaring yesterday, everything was taking off. So, that's essentially the news. Well, the news comes out around here, yes. And then everything took off. So, in fact, we didn't actually get any 20%, of course. This is over a few days. But since yesterday, 11% for Bitcoin. That's still a heck of a lot, guys. Alright, that's not the point. The point is that there's a big question. On one hand, everything is great. Trump announced that there will be crypto assets and so on in connection with crypto reserves. Now, the big question. Can we consider this statement, an official document that guarantees us that the reserves will be created? It seems not. It seems that Trump has already said many times that crypto reserves will be created. He has said 1,000 times that it's necessary, blah, 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 blah. What has changed? He said the same thing, naming specific coins. In light of this, we saw a punk. Considering the fact that there was a significant drop in the market, we saw growth against this backdrop. Is this post a declaration of intent for us? Well, probably yes. But we already understood Trump's intention that he is going to create crypto reserves. Does this guarantee us that these reserves will be created soon, in a specific volume, and so on? It seems that it does not guarantee. Therefore, well, understanding what American politics is like, we should approach all this with caution. And therefore, despite the fact that this post appeared, in my opinion, it doesn't mean that you should rush headlong into some long positions with 100x leverage and hope for luck. No. You still need to look at some clear entry points, at setups, and at the strategy, rather than relying on a single piece of news about Donald Trump. Thanks to him for pushing Bitcoin, which I remind you, has returned. Now, in this structure as a whole, generally speaking, it's heating up. I was right. The only mistake was with the timing. Yes, so basically what I'm saying, that it needs to return within 2 to 3 days. Yes, we returned there. How much to get 1, 2, failed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 5 days to 2 days of weekends we can calculate. Actually, we missed the timing. I agree, but in the rest, we returned. Now let's talk about that. But still, can we open long positions now? Or maybe short? Or perhaps we need to wait for Bitcoin to go lower? Because this question, I think, is quite delicate, guys. Write your thoughts in the comments. Write your thoughts in the comments, what positions you are in, what do you think about this in general. It will be interesting to read your opinion. Let me share mine then. We have a key level left at $92,000. And now a very important moment. So look, I'll switch directly. Let's go to the weekly chart. To make it clearer on the weekly chart, it will be bad. So let's get to it. Guys, sorry, I haven't woken up yet this morning. So, we have a zone at $92,000. The key moment is working through this zone. We consolidate above $92,000. We go up beautifully. And moreover, we go up somewhere really well. That is, we update the historical maximum by 99%, yes. And then we go somewhere into the zone, I don't know, $130,000 or maybe even higher, yes. In general, by the way, I drew my expectations. I published a picture. Yes, now I will find it. Here I published a picture. So look, and yes, at the moment when we were at 80,000, I drew a rebound, then a dip to 70, and then 140. Overall, guys, that's roughly how I see it. But, so the second point, if we consolidate, everything is okay. If we don't consolidate and go below the level of 92, then with a high probability, perfect, here fits the setup that I actually drew. Yes, so here's what we had. We had a rebound up here. Then we felt and took off. Actually, somewhere down here, right after this zone. Well, I still bet on the continuation of the party to update the historical maximum somewhere in the zone of $140,000. It's not a sign of summer. It's very difficult to hit the timing. So the only thing that concerns me now is one moment. Will we consolidate here and immediately go higher? Or will we still play down, fall into the zone around 70 and only start growing from there? Why I say it's frustrating is because I kind of bought a little because I assumed that we would at least touch this zone. And my main orders were set from 76,000 to 70,000. So my main orders were at this upper boundary, and unfortunately they weren't filled. So for me, overall, I would be very happy if Bitcoin goes lower before it goes higher. Overall, our altcoins have been jumping up. Data shows a jump in altcoins. We'll see, I don't know. The subtlety doesn't jump much. At the moment yesterday, when it showed plus 15%, it seemed like a good rebound. Now, overall, if you look at a large time frame, when you open it, it's just not a rebound. It's nothing. We continue to fall, guys. We are falling rapidly. And it's happening across the board. We just left shadows below. In short, so overall, this one here, the level 92 execution, will determine the future for us. I'm not even trying to guess here how it will be. It will just accordingly wait for the events to unfold. My orders below are still set from the $78,000 zone. They are perfectly positioned. I will start accumulating positions there again, possibly even a bit higher there. From 80, I will continue to accumulate positions. In case we go higher, well, what can you do? It means we're going up. I remind you, for example, Monday is Children's Day. For me, meaning I buy according to the children's strategy regularly. Moreover, starting this week, I plan to split the children's purchases into 2 days. So not only make purchases on Monday, make purchases on Monday and Thursday to get an even better average price. Accordingly, today I have a regular purchase regardless of the price, meaning I am joining in. I was essentially buying all Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Yes, because this drop lasted for about 5 hours. Now I will start buying again. So, essentially, the bet is still being placed. And it's being placed on the continuation of growth. In short, to sum up, guys, $92,000. We are consolidating above. This means we are most likely heading straight for a new all-time high. We go lower to the scenario that I really like. In this case, we go and update. The zone is approximately $74,000. Here I accumulate positions, and after that, we grow. Both options are satisfactory. The option of going lower, I like it more. Fate of the altcoins. Altcoins, of course, will most likely suffer a lot when we pour into that. That's all. That's all, my dear ones. Everything you need to know today to get the maximum profit in the market. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to not miss new releases. And of course, every comment is very important to me. So be sure to give a like to this video. I even liked it myself. Share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us what you think, what you expect. And of course, follow the updates on Telegram. This week will be very bright and interesting. That's all. Wish you profits. Bye-bye.